Welcome to the Mail Valet training videos. In this video, we will demonstrate how to organize a large number of emails in the Mail Valet inbox using multi-selection to move a group of them to a new folder, and at the same time creating routing rules so that in future incoming emails from the same sender will automatically go to the new folder rather than the inbox. Rules created automatically in this manner can either be auto-generated or manually generated. If we choose to auto-generate them, they will be created at the time the emails are moved from the inbox without further input from the user. If we choose to manually generate them, each rule will pop up for user review with sender information pre-added, and the user has the opportunity to modify the rule and change the selection criteria, the destination folder, and the priority to be assigned to matching emails. So let's have a look at an example inbox and see how we can quickly organize it in this way. I'm going to tap on my inbox as you see here, and you'll notice that there are a number of emails from job alerts at jobserious.com, support at news360.com, and if I scroll on down a little bit, some from apptest.jgiles at yahoo.com. And there's quite a number of emails here. What we would like to do, instead of having all these come into our inbox disorganized, we would like to have them go to their own separate folders. And we would also like to assign a color to them based on the priority we want to assign to them. So let's close the inbox for a minute. And as a first step, let's create the folders that we would like future incoming emails to go to when they come from the Job Alerts site, from News360, or from apptest.jgiles at yahoo.com. So let's tap on Setup, and then tap on Folders, and then now let's tap on, well, we already have Add Folders selected. That's really what we want, so let's tap on our account name, Gmail. That's where we're going to put the new folders. And let's enter our first folder name, which is Job Alerts. And I'll tap on the Next button. And we would like to display email list colors when the emails come in using the rule to move them to this folder. We do want to display the priority colors. And let's go ahead and sort them also by priority. If there were multiple priorities coming into this folder, the highest priority would come first then in the list inside that folder. And I'll just leave the colors that we assign to each priority as the defaults. If a high priority email comes in, it will be color-coded red. Medium priority, color-coded yellow. Low will be color-coded blue. And no priority will be color-coded green. And then we'll tap on the Next button, and that will complete that first folder. Let's tap on our account again, and then add another folder name, this time News360. I'll tap on my Next button. Again, I'd like to turn on email list colors and sorting emails by priority. I'll use the default colors and tap on the Next button. And then finally, we need a third folder. I'll tap on the account and then add the third folder for app tests. Tap on my Next button. I want to display email list colors, and I want to sort them by priority, and again I'll use the default color assignments for each priority. And now I'll tap on Next. Okay, let's close this for a minute and then go back to the main view, and you'll notice that we now have 3 new folders inside our Gmail account at the bottom. One is Job Alerts, which is empty. One is News360, which is empty. And one is App Test, which is empty. Now, we have our folders out there, and the next thing we would like to do is to move the emails that are already in the inbox to these new folders as a group, selecting them as a group and moving them all at once, and at the same time create the routing rules which will be used in the future. So let's go ahead and tap on the inbox again, and this time let's tap on Mail List to bring up our ability to search and to multi-select and to move and perform other operations on groups of emails. Okay, I would like to, instead of, if you remember in the inbox, we had emails from at least 3 different senders. So I would like to isolate just the group of senders that are coming from Job Alerts. So I'm going to type in, as part of my email address, just Job Alerts, and give this a couple seconds to run the query. And now what we have in the list in our inbox are just those emails that came from job alerts at jobserious.com. So what I would like to do now is put this in multi-select mode, multi-select emails as you see here, tap on that, and then I would like to select all of these emails at one time by tapping on the inbox folder rather than the individual emails. So you'll notice I selected 95 emails, all from job alerts at jobserious.com. And now that we're in multi-select mode and we've done our selections, we'd like to move them to all these selected emails to a folder. So I will tap on that next. Now, I would like to move this selected group of emails to the job alerts folder that we just created. And at the same time, I would like to create some manually generated rules. So I'm going to tap on manual rule, as you see here. And then I'm going to tap on the job alerts folder to trigger the actual operation and to start creating the rules. So we'll tap on job alerts, as you see I'm about to do here. It'll work a little bit. And the first thing that will then come up is the first manually generated rule. Actually, it pre-fills in the sending email address, jobalerts at jobserious.com. As a default, I can change this to one of the other selection criteria manually if I want to. Scroll this down, and I can then change the destination folder and priority if I want to. I could leave this as going to a designated folder the way we have it here, or I could select send matches to trash folder, or just delete the matches and not put them in any folder. But I'm going to leave this going to job alerts. That's what we want. And I'm going to give this assign a medium priority when there are matches of the rule against incoming emails and they're going to that folder. Each of those emails will be assigned a priority of medium. And now I'm going to tap on update to save that first rule. And as it turns out, we only needed one rule. It was only with our group of selected emails only had one sender email address, and that was the job alerts at jobserious.com. So it completed the operation, and it tells you that any new routing rules that are needed have been added, and we saw that one rule that we needed, and we had the chance to modify it before we saved the rule. Okay, I'm going to tap on OK. And now I would like to select all of the emails that came in from apptest.jgiles@yahoo.com and send those as a group to the apptest folder. And I would like to assign those a priority, a high priority. And so they should be color-coded red because of the way we selected the default color coding for that folder. Okay, we have the inbox open. I'm going to tap on mail list again. And again, I'm going to use my email search capability and just enter News 360. And wait for a second for the query to take place. Oh, excuse me, I want to put in app test. Let's change that and put in app test. Give it a minute for the query to run. And now if you look inside the inbox, all we see here are just the emails that were from apptest.jgiles@yahoo.com. We want to then go put the list into multi-select mode, and I'll tap on multi-select emails. And then again, I will tap on the inbox folder rather than the individual emails, as you see here. And you'll notice that there were 7 emails selected. And now we would like to move them as a group to the app test folder and assign a high priority to them. So I'm going to tap on Move Selected Emails to Folder. And also, I again want to create rules manually. So I'm going to select Manual Rule. And let's scroll this down a little bit, and there's our app test folder. I'm going to select app test as the destination folder. And as soon as I select that, it will go ahead and do the move. And at the same time, it will create our routing rule with the sender address filled in. Again, I could change that to some other selection criteria if I wanted to. And it is going to the app test folder. And I'm going to change this to use a high priority for the matching emails going to that folder. And then I'm going to tap on update. And again, we only needed one rule, and the emails have been moved, and it says operation complete. I'm going to tap on OK now. Now let's just take a look at what we've got in inbox. Now what's left in inbox are a lot of emails from support@news360.com. I'm going to go back up for a second and close my inbox. And let's look at a couple of the other folders. And if I look at job alerts, open those up, the emails have been moved. You can look at app test, and the emails have also been moved. So what's left to do now then is our News 360 folder is empty. We would like to take the remaining emails, which are going to coming from support@news360.com, put them in the new folder and create the routing rules for it. So we have our inbox open. You see the support@news360.com emails that are there. Let's again tap on mail list. And one more time, I'm going to use my email selection capability and just put in News 360. And wait a second for the selection. It wouldn't have really mattered in this demo because that's the only kind of emails we have in here, but in actual real-life cases, there will be lots of other emails coming from different senders, so we would still use the News 360 query as you see here. All right, now I'm going to put this in multi-select mode by tapping on multi-select emails. Tap on the inbox folder again, and notice we selected 17 emails. I would then like to move these emails to a folder. I'll tap on Move Selected Emails to Folder. And this time, we're going to create auto-gen rules. So I'm going to tap on Auto Rule. And that means that it'll just automatically create the rule, and the selection criteria will be the sender's full email address. And we don't care about having the opportunity to change it. So we will go ahead, and we've selected Auto Rule. I will now tap on News 360 as the destination folder, and it will go ahead and move them. You'll notice we didn't have a pop-up this time to modify the rule, but the rules were created, as we'll see in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to tap on OK, and now I'm going to close. I want to use the close option for this dialog and tap on Close just to close it entirely. Now, we've already looked at the job alerts folder, saw what was there. Notice now that in News 360 that all our News360.com emails are there. So I'm going to close that folder, and we've already looked at app test and saw all the emails that were there. So all three folders now have the emails. Let's see if there's anything left in inbox, and you'll notice that it's empty now. So we managed to organize a fairly large inbox going to 3 different folders. And now let's take a look at the routing rules. So let's go in, let's tap on Setup, tap on Rules, tap on Change Email Routing Rule, and then tap on our account, the Gmail account. And you'll notice there are a list of some different rules. HP Orders is a rule that was out there from previous demos, but the ones that we created and the way that we just saw was AutoGen Rule 1. Let's take a look at that first. Now that was the last one we created where we had no pop-up for it, but it still created a automatically generated rule, and the criteria was select by sender email address. The address was support@news360.com, going to the News360 folder with no priority. The other two were manually generated rules where we got a pop-up and we had the ability to change the rule before we saved it. So I'm going to tap on Manual Gen Rule 1. That is now, again, select by sender email address from job alerts at jobserious.com, going to the job alerts folder with medium priority. And then finally, the second manually generated rule was from app test. The sender is apptest.jgiles@yahoo.com, going to the app test folder with high priority. Okay, so that shows the rules that were created. And now that these rules are in place, future emails coming into Valet from job alerts at jobserious.com or support@news360.com or apptest.jgiles@yahoo.com will go immediately to these 3 new folders rather than the inbox.